See that iPhone, man? I just got to switch. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not that fancy with no iPhone.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Coach, you're here on this one. Here or Coach, you're
Yep.
here.
My out cue will be GHSA.net TV network.
Straight into you.
Gotcha. That's fine.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome to the Bulldog Football Show with Coach Vensen Elder. I'm Tom White. Tonight we are live at Reid Stadium. Just finished watching the Conyers Middle School Bulldogs, your feeder program, in the playoffs, and they took a 17-12 win here at Reid Stadium against Libeerty. Coach, anything you saw today that kind of gets you excited for the future?
Well, I saw a couple of players. The quarterback / linebacker, number 8, he had a great game for him. The running back, number 21. And that kicker, number 17, didn't look too bad. I thought he might be a 7th grader, but he told me he's an 8th grader, so we look forward to trying to get him in there also.
Excellent. It was a great game to watch. Again, the final score 17-12. Conyers moving on to the next round in the NewRock Middle School Playoffs. When we come back, we're going to talk about last week's game against Newton. We're going to talk about what happens during a Bulldog bye week, along with some other news, including Players of the Week, when we return here on the GHSA.TV network. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. Welcome back to the Bulldog Football Show with Coach Elder. Coach, last Friday night went down to Newton for what's trying to be built as the old the neighbor rivalry in the County Line Classic. Last week went down there, tough loss. We'll get to that in a minute. But what does a rivalry like that potentially mean for a young team?
Well, what it does, it brings a lot of pride back to the community between the two schools. Back before, you added the other 2 schools into the system along with the schools that they have now in Newton County. It was just those 2 high schools. And it was a big rivalry then, and we want to bring that back. There's a lot of pride involved. And it was an exciting game. The first half, that's where all the news was. I mean, the first half was a back and forth. Newton got up early, couple blocked punt to go in for a score. How did you continue to keep, to total credit for you guys on the coaching staff and the players stayed in the game. Though they were down relatively early, they stayed in the game. How do you guys continue to do that week in and week out, especially in a tough game like that where the rivalry is built up a little bit? Well, when you put yourself in the hole, you don't want to get embarrassed. So they had to step up. Like I said, a block punt, you threw an interception, went back for a touchdown. We had some kids that didn't play well on the offensive line. They dominated the offensive line. We couldn't move the ball, so that's something we still got to work on. We got to get some big guys in here so we can move the ball. Excellent. And then to Newton's credit, their running game was stellar, but the defense continued to force Newton to make mistakes. They forced fumbles, they forced interceptions. The defense, once again, continuing to grow as we look week to week. They continue to grow, but, there's a couple of guys that we had to, let go this week because of grades. So, the guys had to step up. They were starters on the team, been playing good ball, but if you don't hit it in the classroom, you can't stay on the field. So the defense was playing shorthanded this week. Excellent. Understand that. And the number one priority that we have as educators is to provide that education with these student athletes. The final score, 27-6, Newton takes the win. This week's a bye week. We're going to get back in just a minute and talk about that after we talk about news from around the region when we return on the Bulldog Football Show here on the GHSA.TV network.
Hello, my name is Bishop Gary Hawkins of Voices of Faith right here in Rockdale County. I just want to take time out to congratulate Rockdale High School football team. I'm proud of you, Coach Elder and the staff, the Booster Club, the principal, and all those that are associated with Rockdale High School. You make this community proud. I'm so excited to be a part of the community, a part of the family. Thank you for including us as sponsorship. We are delighted to be a part of the Rockdale family. We also want to invite you out to one of our Sunday services. You would have a blast. It'll be wonderful, great word, great worship, great loving environment. Our slogan here at our church, Voice of Faith, is "It's a family affair. Come and see why." Look forward to seeing you again, Rockdale. I love you. We love you at Voice of Faith, and we're so proud of you. God bless you.
This is the Bulldog Football Show live from Reid Stadium. That's Coach Vince Elder. I am Tom White. And, Coach, we're going to talk about news from around the region. What's happening in Region 2 6A right now? Lovejoy's run away with the first place position. There's no doubt about that. It's kind of a battle for second place. Again, as that's developed, are you seeing a path? Are the playoffs, at the beginning of the year there was a question, a playoff's a possibility. Is that path starting to open up now?
It's starting to open up. I mean, we're in control of our own destiny. We need to win these last 2 games to try to get the number 3 seed. If we don't, it's a possibility we can get shut out of that thing. So we need to win these next 2 games and try to get that number 3 seed and go into the playoff.
Excellent. Well, this week we have a bye week, so the boys can rest up and get prep for next week against Alcovey at Alcovey. But we're going to look at some scores from around the region. Lovejoy stuck it to Luella 60-0.
Lovejoy is a head above everybody else right now. Like I said, they played in the Quad A state championship last year, had like 13 starters return from that program. So they got more experience on us. And they're just a better team right now.
And then Alcovey up over Morrow 30-13.
Yeah, that's a good win for Alcovey. That's our next opponent. So I've been looking at that film all week. So we're excited about getting a chance to go ahead and play them next week at Sharp Stadium.
Excellent. And Druid Hills fell once again to Johnson from Gainesville. The final at that one was 42-15.
Yeah, Druid Hill is trying to play ball. They moved from like AAA up to 6A because of a merger with another school, which was also a smaller classification. So it's going to take them a little while to get established.
Druid Hills is rebuilding, and we're getting ready for a bye week this week. So when we come back in just a moment, we're going to talk about the bye week, kind of what you guys go through, what it's like on a high school team during a week when there's not a Friday night for you. So we'll do that when we come back here on the Bulldog Football Show on the GHSA.TV network.
I'm Finia Tien, local candidate for Chief Magistrate Judge.
And I'm Coach Herman Anderson, Vice President of the Rockdale County Football Booster Club. Finia, we live in a great community, don't we?
Yes, we do, Coach. And that's why today we're urging all of you to give back by volunteering. We're asking that you donate a weekend.
Or maybe even a few hours.
To help a senior, mentor a child, or clean up one of our local parks.
Together we can make a difference.
Volunteer today.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Football Show live from Reid Stadium. We just wrapped up the game between the Conyers Middle School Bulldogs, a feeder program for the Rockdale Bulldogs, and the Libeerty Knights. Conyers winning 17-12, the final there. And Coach, this week's a bye week. What do you do during a bye week?
Well, typically you get the kids a chance to rest and take care of any injuries. But the way we played the other night, it was hardcore on Tuesday. Monday we looked at film and went over all the the mistakes and made corrections to those. And on Tuesday, we went at it. The whole practice it was nothing but helmets and shoulder pads.
Excellent. And there's a couple of philosophies on when to schedule your bye week. Yours isn't really late. It isn't really early. It's kind of 3/4 of the way. Any philosophy behind that, or just kind of the luck of the draw?
Well, with me taking the job so late in July, I had no control of the bye week this year. But I'd rather have it maybe 2 weeks ago.
Right in the middle of the season.
Right in the middle of the season.
Excellent.
Trying to get it knocked out now.
Excellent. Well, we don't have a game tomorrow night, but we're going to talk about the guys who excelled last week at Newton when we return here on the Bulldog Football Show on the GHSA.TV network. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. This is the Bulldog Football Show. That's Coach Vince Elder. I'm Vincent Elder. Sorry about that. I'm Tom White, and we are live right on the top of the stairs here at Reid Stadium, where the Conyers Middle School Bulldogs just took a win in the first round of the playoffs. And Coach, last week against Newton, tough game, 27-6, the final score. But every game there's players who excel on both sides of the ball. And who are we looking at this week on the offensive side?
On the offensive side, we're looking at decided to go with Steele.
Okay.
Tarjay Steele, wide receiver. Had some big plays, big catches, and did a great job for us on the offensive side.
Excellent. We talked earlier about the defensive side and how they continue to grow. What are we looking at? Who stood out last week?
I'm going to go with Anthony Davis.
Okay.
He had a couple of pass breakups along with an interception, and he did some good things on the special teams also.
We did mention his name a lot, several big tackles for Anthony. And finally on special teams?
Shaquem Peters. Shaq got a lot of returns this past week. You know, so many, we're going to give him a rest this week.
All right. So this week we got a bye, so there's no game tomorrow or Friday night. It's Wednesday night. It feels like a Thursday for us. No game tomorrow night. Sorry, once again, Friday night. I can't get that out of my head. So we'll be back here next week with the Bulldog Football Show with Coach Elder. Until then, hope you enjoy lots of high school football this weekend, and we'll see you next week here on the GHSA.TV network.